Turned out to be a nice day today. No clouds, not too hot. I think it's going to get a bit hotter in the arvo, but yeah, all good. Be done by then. Managed to, so these blinds, I don't know if I talked about them in another video, but these blinds are coming down over the weekend. I found someone that actually wants to buy them. I was wondering how I was going to get them in the bin and throw them out, but I thought I'd put them on Facebook, and somebody wants them, so that's pretty good. So he came yesterday, left me a deposit, happy with the size and what they're like and everything. And yeah, so it'd be good to get rid of them because we're getting the new ones. I got the phone call the other day, they're coming on Tuesday, so he's coming Saturday, and then Tuesday we're getting the new ones put in. So that'll work out really good. So it turned out I was going to have to pay him $70 per blind to take them down, the company, when they put the new ones up. And then I said, no, I'll take them down. And then I was wondering how I was going to get rid of them because they're 4.2 metres long, those two, and that one's 3.4. To selling them, and the guy's coming to give me a hand to take them down for free, and he's actually paid me money to take them with him, so it worked out pretty good in the end. He wants to see how they come down, so that way he knows how they go back together. So all good. I've got the whippersnipper ready to go. That's the tub that we're going to be putting the brackets up for. And yeah, just got back from Bunnings, so ended up buying more stuff than what I planned on doing. Okay, yeah, so Posty come round this morning and dropped off all the stuff for the bike. I think this is. I'll just get some scissors or a dangerous knife. So these must be from. Got to be careful with this knife, I suppose. You go cutting something that you don't want to cut. But oh yeah, these are the gear levers. Cool. They're the gear levers. Nice. Okay, so you can't feel the. Oh yeah. Yeah, feels very similar to my electric bike. Yeah, nice. Cool. So there are your gear levers for the flat bar conversion. I might go and actually throw these bin day today, so go and throw that out, I think. And then we've got... What's this? Oh yeah, my brakes. So these are those fancy brakes. Fancy, but not very expensive. Cool. I'll keep the instructions. But that's the thing. That's the kicker. Is this adjustability. Yeah, they feel alright. Feel a bit lightweight, but cast aluminium, I think they are. But yeah, having that dial there, apparently that's what makes them do what I need them to do. So that's good. And then I don't know what this is. Could be my new earplugs. Because it's definitely not handlebars. Oh, that's the... Okay, cool. That's the new filter for my Dyson vacuum cleaner. Looks like the original, really. Yeah, cool. We've never changed them. And my missus years ago, I don't know what she did. I think she dropped coffee or something like that, and she used the vacuum cleaner to soak up coffee. I don't know what she was thinking. Whether she might have, I think she might have towed it all up, but then went over it with the vacuum cleaner for whatever reason. Pretty sure it was coffee. And now every time, like 2 years later, every time you use that vacuum cleaner in the house, it smells like off coffee everywhere. It's really gross. So yeah, that should fix that problem. Cool. All right. Morning everyone. It's going to be another hot one today. It's only 32 at the moment, but I reckon it's going to hit 39 again. You can see those fires are stopped. I just heard on the radio that they're contained. What did they say? They're contained but not under control. So they're getting there. It's Sunday today, so I reckon by tomorrow we should be right. The only thing is it's going to be another hot windy day, so it might spark up over over the afternoon, but we'll see how we go. I had some people around last night for dinner. Did a really nice, I did a pork on the smoker, put it on at like 8 in the morning, and it was ready at 4, which is what I wanted, so I pulled it out at 4 and then put a chicken in. So I did a smoked pork, smoked chicken, and then some veggies and stuff like that. It came out really good. We were out here last night, it cooled off enough, and I noticed some of these, the big solar lights were all good, and that big spotty over there was all good, but some of those little cheap ones weren't working. There was 3 of them, so I pulled them out just so I knew which ones they were last night, and just went in the shed today, pulled them apart. There's half a volt in the battery. I'm hoping that's not too low. They're 1.2 volt batteries. I reckon they just weren't getting any sun. There was a bit of corrosion in them, and I have noticed that if you don't put them in perfectly level, there's a little drain hole, but if you put them in on the edge, the water doesn't go to the drain hole, and then it evaporates and goes up to where all the electronics are and corrodes them. So I've just gone through every single light. I've pulled the top off, and I've just sprayed a bit of CRC Tac 2 adhesive lubricant stuff in there. It's like so it'll stop it from rusting. It's a lubricant, but it's a grease as well, so it's going to stop it from rusting. Just done them all, so hopefully these 3 come back to life tonight. We'll see what happens. If not, I'll go get another packet and I'll film it this time. I didn't film it just now. On doing that, and we'll see how long they last. But I noticed there was a couple over here that were still working last night, but they got corrosion, so they're probably not far away from dying as well. Had the fountain going last night, really good. So I am going to start the gravel bike flat bar conversion today. I'm going to start ripping all this to pieces. So got my handlebars, got the brakes. They're the adjustable ones, and I've got the gear changing stuff. So that's all I need. So yeah, I'm going to start ripping into this. Another thing, I just bought I've been meaning to do it or come up with something for a while, but I just bought a winch or a hoist thing. So what I'm gonna do, because I know there's a big beam just here, so plenty strong enough. This thing can lift 150 kilos, I think. It's not the most powerful, but that's all I need. All I need it for is for my bike and maybe the odd heavy thing. I've never had to use it before, but anyway, I don't want it out there, because what I'm planning on doing is finding, what I'm going to do is hang a pulley just here above this. So I'll put a pulley kind of right in line with it, offset it a bit, and then go hopefully under that, find out whatever level is, maybe another pulley here, just here, and then it's going to go back in the shed. I'm going to cut a little hole through there for the wire to go through. I'll explain why in a minute. And then it'll go in here, in here, in here, and then I'm going to mount the winch thing. I'll put a picture of what I'm talking about, but it's like a 4-wheel drive winch, but it's just a plug-in. It just plugs into your PowerPoint. Yeah, and then so that'll sit up there, go down to a pulley there, and then another pulley out there, and then that way, if I am ever lifting heavy stuff, it's up to a certain point, 100 kilos, 80 kilos, something like that. It would have been handy for doing that aircon. Would have been handy for lifting that up, even though there's no lifting points on it. Would have been handy for that. Would have been handy for that fountain. That thing weighs 100 kilos. That would have been pretty good just to be able to stand it up. And then we put it on a trolley. That was the hardest bit, was standing it up. And I mean, that bike is very light, so I can lift it to that thing that I'm going to put the pulley above, because that's what that is a clamp. I've got the clamp in there to grip it. The main reason I want to do it is my electric bike, which is in the garage at the moment. That's too heavy, and I can lift it up that high, but then once you get it up there, you need to go to one hand so that you can do the clamp, tighten the clamp up on the tube. So you're trying to hold this thing, and it's really awkward. I've tried clamping the clamp to the tube and then trying to feed it all up in one hit, but you still have to tighten the thing. So my reckoning is be able to lift it up with the crane, feed it in, and then you know, the crane is taking the weight and the clamp is stopping the bike from moving around and spinning. That's my theory, because I did have the bike up there once and it slipped and fell and didn't damage anything, but it dropped and just bounced on its tyres. So I don't want that to happen again, because if it does fall over, it's going to start breaking stuff. So yeah, so that was the main theory in that, but it will be handy for other things. And then I was thinking maybe I could thread it back through, and if you wanted to lift something here, you could in the middle. Yeah, things like that. Or it's mainly going to be for the bike, just to be able to lift it up, do maintenance on it, clean the chain. I can't work on the floor. The way my back and my knees are, I can't bend down for too long and work on the floor. I hate it. So to have it up to that height would be really good. I've been looking at bike cranes. So they're like it's like almost like an engine crane, and you just winch it and it goes up. But I've got nowhere to keep it. And they're more expensive anyway. I was thinking of making one, because you could buy a like the thing I've got in the front of my jet ski, like a little hand winch, and I was going to just make a frame and a bit of metal, and then a rail that the bike goes up on. But by the time, just buying the raw steel, let alone the winch and everything, this winch was only $110, I think. So I'm thinking that's going to be the best way to do it. So as long as I can mount it, the only drama I've got is on it, because normally it hangs this way. I'm going to have to mount it on an angle. So I'm hoping it's fine with that. I hope it doesn't have like a tilt sensor in it or something, and it's going to stop me from doing that, because it's too low out there. That's what I was going to say. I've got the aircon in the shed, so I don't want to be out here too long because it's getting warm. But like the crane, the bottom of the crane, and then here, so you don't have enough room to work with. So that's why I want a pulley, and yeah, a pulley system. But yeah, we'll see. It's only a cheap one, so hopefully it doesn't have any of those safety features in it, which would be a bonus in this situation. But yeah, so I know some of the expensive ones, if you start pulling loads off, so like if you've got a heavy load here and you start pulling it, and the crane starts to move, it hits a certain degree and just goes, nah, I'm not doing it anymore, and just shuts off. It won't let you do it. So I'm hoping this one doesn't have that. Otherwise, the only other thing I was thinking of is going to require another pulley here off the beam, and then it's going to require, and I know there's another beam around here somewhere. It's not on the end, it's around here. So another pulley there, and then I was thinking maybe I could, and then another pulley attached to the ground, and then mount the thing here, facing down, and then it goes boom through that pulley, through that pulley, through that pulley, through that pulley, and then another pulley. So yeah, could do that, but we'll see. I'll see. Hopefully it can mount sideways and it'll all work. Just thinking now. Yeah, that's the only way, unless you mount. I'll get rid of that fan up there, mount it right up onto the beam, and then somehow hang another pulley down so that it falls down and then turns 90 degrees straight away. Could do that. Be simpler than doing that thing. But yeah, see, cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, that was the idea anyway. So anyway, I'll start pulling this apart. I'm not going to film it step for step. It's literally, I'm not going to cut anything. I'm tempted to, but I'm not going to cut anything. I'm just going to undo all this wrap first. Take the I'm going to leave this riser. I'm going to just take that off. Take the wrap off. Take the bell off. Undo all the bolts I can here. I'm not interested in saving or selling any of this because it's going to be useless. So yeah, and then I'm going to have to try and figure out what's what, and I'll just quickly label them, but I won't be using, hopefully I can use this outer covering, but the gears actually come with new wire. The gears come with their own wire, and I haven't read the instructions, but these just have, yeah, I don't know, oh, they've just, that's it there, so the little thing goes in there. So I'm hoping I can reuse the brake, because they're longer than what I need. So I'm hoping I can just reuse the brake lines into those ones, and then reuse the outer sheath of this thing, and do my own or their lines inside this sheath, but I won't know until I start. So yeah, I'll just start stripping it apart and let you guys know how I go at certain points. I was just getting into the swing of things and I forgot to film, but I stripped it all. I'm about an hour in at the moment. Got the new bars on. Got the grips off my old e-bike on, just to give us some spacing, just so I can figure out where all these are going to go. Brakes are on, gear lever shifters are on, and I've run the brake cables are all run, but they're not connected to the brakes just yet. So I'll do that soon, and I'm just getting into the running of the gear cable. So yeah, it's looking good. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. The hardest bit was trying to figure out how to get all the cables out of the old mechanisms, but then I figured out you've got to undo them and just pull them out. They're fully. There's no way of getting them out this way. You've got to get them out. You've got to take the whole cable out, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I had to pull all the cable. I wasn't planning on doing that, but you have to. It's the only way you're getting them out, and then run your fresh ones. Well, the brake ones I've reused, and the gear ones came with new ones already attached like that. So yeah, opposite to that, I suppose. Yeah, I've changed the angle on this riser so it's as high as it can be. That way, I leave myself enough cable, and then if I want to lay it down, then all good. Because how I had it before, I needed it more up, but I couldn't go anymore because it was starting to pull on the old brake cable. So yeah, I thought I'd put it in the highest position. That way, it's as much cable as you'll ever need, and then it can always come down from there. But yeah, it's looking good, So I'll keep going and see how we go. Right, that's as far as I'm going to take it. I'm suspecting I'm going to need some new outer cables. I may have cut this one a little bit too short. You can see it's not quite long enough. So it was always going to go back to the bike shop to get a service because it needs it. And then when I was there, when I did take this in, he said swap this out because they're junk, because they're all plastic. He said we'll put a decent one on it's not much money to put a decent one on. So I'm going to get a new rear derailleur there. So I don't want to go connecting that up because that's going to get changed anyway, and I don't want to damage this cable because otherwise then he's going to have to go and put new cables on. So I want to leave that for him to do because he's going to do that. I don't want to do the front brake because, like I said, I think I've cut that too short, so it may need a whole new inner and outer cable, or an outer cable, maybe not an inner, but we'll see. I'm not even too sure, I don't want to open them up, but the connection that's on here that goes, this bit here, I don't even know if that is the right connection. I don't think it is, so I may need new cables, so there's no point connecting the brakes up. And if I'm going to leave all that for him to do, he might as well do the front one, because even if I did connect the front one, I'll probably do it wrong, and so yeah, there's no point. So I've spent about an hour, probably saved him 45 minutes because he'd do it a lot quicker than I would have done it. So that's better than nothing. So yeah, change the rear derailleur and then just connect everything up, make them work. Another thing, I don't know how to adjust these brakes, because that's why I got these ones, so that they work with these road calipers with this dial, and I could watch a video, but it's going to go in to get properly set up, so there's no point me doing 10% of the work. I'll probably end up costing more money in the long run because he's got to undo what I did to fix what I've done. So I'm just going to leave it. But that was a lot easier than what I thought. So I'll leave it for him to finish off, and I'm going to take it in tomorrow and hopefully get it back by the end of the week. But yeah, just watching, and next video will come in like that for you guys about it all set up. So catch you then. G'day everyone, I just went and picked the bike up. So it's only 26 degrees, really nice day today. A bit warm to go for a ride. So but yeah, you can see there's a couple of clouds, a couple of little wispy clouds, but I think all that rain's finished, so that's good. Boys are out enjoying the sun. I've got the aircon on because it is a bit warm, especially in the shed. Aircon in here. So yeah, just went and picked the bike up, and $200 it came to. He ended up, I've left the receipt in the car, but he ended up putting new brake cables inner and outers. I supplied the handlebars, the shifter levers, and the brake levers. I tried reusing the brake cables that came with the bike, but they were different. I could see them, probably can't see them in there, but they were a different thing that fits in there, so I don't know what they're called. But so he ended up putting brand new brake cables back and front. I think these look new as well. Yeah, they're matching. So I think he's used outers, brand new outers as well. These shifters came with the inners, with the actual cable. So he's got inner and outer brake cables, brand new. Outer gear shifting cables, brand new. What else did he do? Oh, and then he's gone through the whole bike, so it had a full service as well while it was there. And he put a new rear Meizu derailleur on, which is meant to be really micro shift. I don't know what any of that means, but he said it's a million times better than the one that was on there, so I believe him. He's left the original front one, he said was okay, just this rear one was really crap. It was the same, it was a Tawny or Altus or something like that, Shimano, and he said they're just junk, he can never adjust them properly. So yeah, he's put that one on. It was only about $40. Yeah, and then he's done everything, configured everything nice. I just had a quick muck around with the handlebars. So I've got it in the most upright position it can be, and it seems pretty good just by sitting on it. I haven't taken it for a ride yet because it's, like I said, it's too hot. So all I did was I sat on it and it felt like the handlebars were too close to me. So all I've done is just rotated this handlebar, because they were this way. If you can see them, they're kind of that bowed shape. So instead of being like bowed backwards towards me, they're now bowed upwards. So they're probably even higher than what they were. I just sat on it and it seems fine. So I won't know till I go for a ride, and I may just bring. I need to, because I've just gone through it with the torque wrench, and it's what is it? 4mm and a 5mm, I think it is. Yeah, 4mm and a 5mm. So if I bring a 4 and a 5mm Allen key thing with me, I'll just chuck it in here. I'll be able to fine tune, adjust it, and then when I come home, I'll just tighten everything down to 7 Newton meters again. I just do everything. It's this says 10 to 12, all this stuff here, but everything on here I just do to 7 or 8, I can't remember, and that's fine, and nothing moves, and it's not too tight, so it's all good. But yeah, it felt 10 times more comfortable, and it's good having the brakes right where your hands are, not like those other bars. I couldn't get my head around them, and I'm more upright. Yeah, more upright, more comfortable, and everything's where you need it. And I like these gears, really clicky gears, and it changes gears really nice. The brakes work as best as they've ever worked. So he did true one of the wheels. I think he said the front one had a bit of a wobble, and the disc brakes, both of them, needed a little bit of a tickle up to get them to run straight again, because I did notice they were rubbing when you were riding it. You can hear so yeah, all good. But yeah, really happy with it. Guy's a legend. I only dropped it there Monday and he gave it back to me Thursday. Actually, he rang me last night, so it was ready when I could have picked it up last night, which was Wednesday. But yeah, I couldn't get there last night and I couldn't get there this morning. So yeah, really. And what time did I? Probably dropped it there lunchtime Monday. So Tuesday. Yeah, and I didn't book or anything. I just dropped it in, thinking it was going to take like a week or so. But yeah, got it back to me in a couple of days. So yeah, really happy with that. So I'm just going to go through now and put all this business back on. I'm going to have to try and find another mirror, because now that is not going to work, because it's not going to. I want another one that like I've got on my other bike. It comes out here like that. I may have another one. I'm not sure, but definitely got to put the bell. Yeah, the bell's got to go back on. Oh yeah, got bar ends, but if I got a mirror, they're not going back on, and the speedometer. So got the electric bike, got the exercise bike yesterday, put it all together, had a shot on it, really good. I could not get, it's Bluetooth, but I couldn't get it to work with MyWhoosh, which is a free a free app that you put on your computer or your tablet, and then while you're riding on the exercise bike, it's like a game, but it tells you your power output, and it's pretty good. Check it out on YouTube. There's heaps of videos. I did say I wasn't going to pay for one, but I've ended up paying for one. It's called Kino Maps, I think it's called. I looked into it, and it's a lot better, in my opinion, than MyWhoosh. MyWhoosh is more of an arcade game, animated graphics and stuff like that. But like if you're sitting there doing nothing, you can see the dude pedaling and you're not going anywhere until the race starts. It's got a lot of glitches. It's only new. It's probably going to be really good when it's like 3, 4, 5 years old, but it's only new at the moment. So, and I joined the page the other day to ask the question, how do I get it to work with the bike that I've got with the app. No one's answered yet. I haven't checked it today though, but yeah, no one's answered as yet. But they reckon. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, there's glitches, and you get like an hour and a half into a massive ride, and then 5 minutes from the end, it just stalls out and doesn't record your ride. You get deleted from the leaderboard and all that stuff. So there's just too much of that going on, and people with really, really beefy computers, like they post their specs on their computers, like current time gaming machines, like full on gaming machines, and this thing's tripping out because it doesn't have enough RAM or something. So they've really got a lot of work to do. I had it on my iPad, on my Samsung tablet, and it seemed to work alright. I was watching a race, but when you're actually doing it, it's probably a different story because it's doing a lot more computation. You're not just a spectator. It's trying to figure out all your stuff as well. So I downloaded Kino Maps, watched a couple videos about it before I downloaded it, and I was pretty impressed. And it's not an arcade style game at all. It's got all the stuff that MyWhoosh has with your power and cadence and speed and time, and it's got all that business. But what you're watching is actual HD video of real life. So it's more of a user-based upload thing. So if I wanted to, I could go for a ride around here, film it with my camera that you're watching right now, also record the ride on something like that. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then you upload your video data, upload your data off this, because this spits out like a standardized file format for that kind of gives, you can upload to Strava or whatever. You go on their website on the computer, and you can synchronize the data, so you can get your footage and see that where you are, and then synchronize your GPS data, synchronize that data off that to that, and boom, you can upload it, and then people from around the world can run the same lap. So pretty cool. I might look into that in the future, but I'm just going to get to know the app for now. I've used it for like 20 seconds just to try it out the other day, or yesterday. So yeah. So it was on Black Friday special, managed to get it for $103 for a year. So I thought, I'll get it for a year and see how I use it, and then go from there. But I think that's quite, that's less than $10 a month. So yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. I don't like paying for subscription things like that, but this is a bit different to just some stupid computer game. It's good for you in one way. So yeah, so I'll see how much use I get out of it for a year and go from there. But yeah, but anyway, I'm going to finish this video off. That's a success. That came up really good. That all it needs now is a little bit more further adjustment, maybe to lower the bars and get them further away from me, or a few things here or there. But the rest of the bike is Mickey Mouse, so works really well. So not that I've ridden it yet, but just for posture and comfort, I'll give it 10 out of 10 at the moment. But rideability, I can't comment because I haven't ridden it yet. So maybe on the weekend in the morning I might take it for a quick spin and see how it goes. But yeah, the next thing, I'm going to try and figure out how to store these bikes as well. So I've got this kind of area up here that is not used. So I'm thinking maybe lie the bike flat and get one of those winch system things, like a bike winch system. I don't think it's going to fit as it is up there. You're going to hit your head on the tyres. So it needs to go flat, work out where the balance points are, and then just winch it up and have it flat up on the ceiling. That'll be pretty cool because that'll keep it out the way. Shouldn't be too hard an effort to get it up and down, so that otherwise you put it up there, you'll never use it. I don't like keeping things in the garage because this thing's already fallen over and scratched my car, my good car, not the crap one. So I don't like keeping things in the garage that can tip over. So yeah, and I've got my e-bike in the garage at the moment, but it's closer to the jet ski side. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know where I'm gonna. I've got another little shed just out here where this aircon goes to, but it's not waterproof. So if anything you store in there, expect it to rust. So I can't really put it in there. The only other thing I can do is get like a slimline bike shed for down the side of the house there, but it's just more expensive. I've got the room here, so just being able to get one bike up would be good, but it doesn't matter. I'll figure something out and make a video about it. That'll be pretty cool. Yeah, so I'll close this video off now for this bike, and I'm going to switch over and start doing a bit of maintenance on this thing. I've got to rip the deck off, take the GPS tracker out of it because that's not necessary anymore, and it's just flattening the battery. If you're using it every week, it's fine, but because this thing sits for months at a time, I went to turn it on the other day, didn't even turn on because it's just got zero battery because that tracker's just using battery all the time. I want to go through, make sure the tyres, you can see I've got these little cool, so that's green, so that's full, that's got enough air in it, and this one's probably flat. You can see a bit of yellow there, so, but that's been like that for 8 months. I've not touched them. So yeah, so pump the tyres up, give it a clean down. I'm pretty sure it's the back one has a noise in the disc, so I want to go make sure everything's tight and adjust it, and go through that, and that's it really. Just give it a general clean up, make sure everything works on it, maybe bleed the brakes, but they feel pretty good. The way you can tell is you hold it and then just watch it, and they don't move backwards. I'm putting a fair bit of pressure. If you were to go like that and then slowly they squeeze, that means you got a bit of air in the system. So, and they're fine. Yeah, so you can really make it worse if you don't know what you're doing. So if they don't hit the bars and they don't squeeze up slowly to the bars, just leave them, they're fine. But yeah, all good. Well, cheers for watching that one, and we'll catch you next time.